This is the story behind a collection of lost photos that was sent to me by a follower who had bought them from an antique store in North Carolina. Only a couple of them had names on them, so I was able to research their lives. Samuel Arola was born in Finland in 1861. He married a woman called Rosa, and in 1889 they had a daughter, Marie. Most records say they arrived in America around 1890, and it's likely this photo was taken not long after their arrival, as it was taken in New Jersey. By 1900, the family lived in Lompoc, Santa Barbara, California, and Samuel was working as a day laborer. By 1910, he was age 49 and is now listed as a farmer. In 1913, the headline said, "Samuel Arola, suspected of insanity, is held for further developments." It said, quite a Lombok colony made an appearance at the courthouse yesterday for the examination of Samuel Arola, a well-known rancher of that valley, who is held at the county jail on an insanity charge brought by his daughter. Samuel has been a prosperous rancher, a man of thrift and industry, but recently his actions in the field have been scarcely in keeping with his old-time habits. On one occasion he went out at night to plant beans, and the rows were rather crooked. When it came to the harrowing, the beans suffered quite as much as the weeds. Other strange movements occasioned his family alarm. The case was continued for further developments until next Monday. Unfortunately, I couldn't find an outcome to the case, but just 3 years later, he passed away, aged 54. His obituary said, "Word of the death of Samuel Arola at San Bernardino was received here this week." It said the deceased was a native of Finland. He resided in Lompoc for years and is survived by a widow and one daughter. His daughter had married in 1913 to Ernest Anderson, and it's likely these pictures are of the couple. They had one daughter, also called Marie, in 1914. They also lived in Lombok, and also living in the household was her mother, Rosa. Rosa passed away in 1936, and Marie passed away in 1956 in tragic circumstances. Her obituary said she died in a Ventura hospital as the result of injuries she received in an auto accident in July 22nd. The driver of the car in which Mrs. Anderson was passenger was her son-in-law, Fred Hall, of the same address. A resident of Santa Paula for 3.5 years, Mrs. Anderson is survived by her daughter, Mrs. Maria Hall, and 2 grandchildren. Hopefully, we can find a descendant and reunite the photos. So rest in peace. You will be remembered.